Many North Korean defectors who have managed to escape by traveling through China think of their secretive home country as a haunting place. 5 particular spots within North Korea stand out to those who know about them for their propagandist nature and strange history. The fake amusement park. Decaying and surreal, the Mangyongdae Fun Fair is a North Korean amusement park almost exclusively meant to give visitors the wrong impression. Located 12 kilometers away from the capital, Pyongyang, in Mangyongdae-guyo, the 70-hectare site includes a wading pool and fun fair with a roller coaster, merry-go-round, and rideable mini railway. The roller coaster has been noted to be in a dangerous state of disrepair, although it continues to be operated. The park reportedly has almost no North Korean patronage. The few North Koreans who do get to enjoy the park are bussed in when foreigners, especially journalists, visit the area. Foreign visitors themselves are kept inside their tour bus until enough of the locals can be transported to make the place look alive. On top of that, foreigners are given priority to get on the rides so that North Korea can put up a front of hospitality and cheerfulness. The park is normally so empty and is in such a detrimental state that Kim Jong-un himself criticized it heavily during a 2012 inspection. He subsequently charged the director of the General Political Bureau with restoring it to the standards of the military first, or Songun ideology of North Korea. There has yet to be any announcement or proof of improvement efforts. To this day, the fake amusement park sits there mostly abandoned, mirroring the eerie feeling its country evokes. The largest stadium in the world. North Korea's Rumgrado Mayday Stadium is paralleled by none, allegedly capable of housing 150,000 people. Not only is the enormous structure impressive due to its size, but it's isolated on an island within the nation's capital. Only 2 roads lead in and out of the area, seemingly promising traffic jams. Interestingly, the superfluous construction lies only a mile away from the 50,000-people Kim Il-sung Stadium of Ideals. The most unsettling part of the stadium may be what it's used for. Rarely, if ever, are there any sports or entertainment events. The massive building is almost exclusively used for propaganda and military parades. Aerial photographs showing incredibly well-coordinated signs and drawings used to decorate the seating area are actually revealed upon closer inspection to be people holding up cardboard. The number of people required for the creation of these mass choreographed images hint at the sort of intense propaganda and admiration of their leaders that North Korean citizens are subjected to. While the secretive country boasts of the reported 150,000 seating capacity of the stadium, other sources have claimed that the stadium hosts a little under 115,000 people. It's also been alleged that traitors to the state have been taken into the stadium to be paraded around and to never be seen again. In particular, a group of generals reportedly disappeared into the stadium after an alleged coup attempt. Smoke could be seen coming out of the stadium later that day. Fake propaganda town. From the border of the 2 Koreas, an outsider may be fooled into believing that the village of Kijongdong looks like a typical cheery town, complete with all the necessary facilities to sustain a society in its uniform blue rooftop houses. However, if one could zoom in on the village, a more haunting truth would become evident. Sitting in the demilitarized zone separating the 2 Koreas, this village has been referred to as the Propaganda Village, as the utterly uninhabited area was built to seem enticing to potential South Korean defectors. The decoy reports 200 residents and tries to evoke an image of economic activity. It's one of only 2 villages allowed to remain on the 4-kilometer zone set up at the end of the Korean War. The other belongs to South Korea and is the actually populated Daesongdong, with only about 190 inhabitants. Western experts and observers believe that Kijongdong is ultimately a setup. It appears that its buildings are unconvincing concrete shells without finishings such as windows. Electricity likely operates on a timer during the night to keep out the charade. The only observed people in the village have been maintenance employees of the regime who clean the streets. Not only that, but the village has been used by North Korea for petty showmanship of self-assigned superiority. In the 1980s, the government of the southern country built a flagpole 98 meters tall in Daesongdong, which the North Korean government responded to by erecting an even taller 160-meter flagpole. The incident has been referred to by some as the Flagpole War. Both countries have engaged in this back and forth. North Korea would blast loudspeakers with propaganda messages that praise the country's virtues, while inviting southern farmers and soldiers to cross the border. This did not create any South Korean defections, so the North began broadcasting communist operas and marching music in addition to their messages. South Korea also aired anti-North Korean messages, but in 2004, both nations came to an agreement to end these hostile broadcasts. The fake propaganda village is surrounded by carefully kept agricultural fields that North Korea claims are part of the village's economy. It is unknown who tends to these fields. Hotel of Doom. One of the most unsettling and nonsensical constructions in North Korea may be the Ryugyong Hotel, the unfinished and most visible marker in the Pyongyang skyline. Boasting 105 stories and 330 meters in height, the skyscraper's name translates to Capital of Willows, a historical name for the city. Planned for mixed use and intended to be the world's tallest hotel by 1992, before the completion of the spire on Dubai's Rose Tower, the pyramid sits abandoned. The tower currently holds the world record for being the tallest empty building on Earth, and was supposed to be finished for the celebration of Kim Il-sung's 80th birthday. It was a direct response to the completion of the Westin Stamford Hotel in Singapore by Ssangyong Group, a South Korean construction company, in 1986, which was the tallest hotel in the world at the time. North Korea expected to attract foreign investments through a newly established firm that would finance around $230 million of the construction costs, which was not achieved. The North Korean firm, Bakdu Mountain Architects and Engineers, broke ground in 1987, but had to interrupt their progress in 1992 due to the financial crisis caused by the fall of the Soviet Union. The total cost of the construction was estimated to be $750 million, equivalent to 2% of the country's GDP. Western media began circulating stories on the abandoned building, calling it Hotel of Doom and Phantom Hotel. A crane sat unused, rusting atop the building, reminding all observers of the ongoing failure. The European Union Chamber of Commerce in Korea released a statement in the late 1990s claiming the elevator shafts were misaligned and that the hastily constructed structure was irreparable. Interestingly, the North Korean government chose to pretend like the gigantic mistake was not there. It edited official photographs to remove it and kept it out of official maps of Pyongyang. 16 years went by before the Egyptian Orascom Group took up the continuation of the construction as part of a $400 million deal to build and run a 3G mobile network. In 2008, North Korea claimed that the building would be finished by 2012 for the 100th anniversary of the birth of Kim Il-sung. The world was surprised to see this claim materialize when it was announced that exterior work was completed in July of 2011. Photos taken by Koryo Tours were released in 2012, showing the interior. However, it had little in terms of furniture and fixtures. It was given the concession to run the hotel starting in 2013, which was suspended in March of 2013. The building sat abandoned, now seemingly finished, until 2016, when an Orascom representative traveled to North Korea and work on the site was apparently restarted. Throughout 2017 and 2018, access roads were built, and in April of 2019, an LED screen showing the flag of North Korea was placed at the top. In July, one side of the building was enhanced with a massive LED display showing North Korean film clips and animations. Finally, in 2019, the hotel was fitted with signage stating the hotel's name in both Korean and English, yet the massive construction reportedly has yet to host a visitor. Only hamburger restaurant in the country. North Korea is one of the few countries unconquered by the McDonald's empire. Still, Kim Jong-un did gain an appreciation for Western food when he studied abroad in Switzerland, as revealed by his personal chef. It's rumored that the North Korean elite, including the ruling family, have, on occasion, flown in fast food from China, particularly the late Kim Jong-il. On the other hand, regular citizens of North Korea have had to face an insufficient quantity of affordable food. In the 1990s, a famine took around 1 million people. Recently, however, North Koreans have been lining up to purchase a $2 or 228 North Korean won jjugyeopbang, a price which is high for them. The jjugyeopbang's invention is credited to Kim Jong-il himself. It's made of 2 bread pieces with beef in between them. The meal is sold at Sam Tai Sung Cooling Beverage Restaurant, inaugurated in 2009, and run by a Singaporean company. The restaurant is reportedly owned by Kim Jong-il's sister, Kim Kyung-hui. The Western delicacy has reached such a high level of popularity that it's now part of North Koreans' Air Koryo in-flight menu. While the source of the ingredient remains unclear, North Korea insists on labeling all items served at Sam Tai Sung with made-up Korean names to support the illusion that their meals are North Korean, despite them all being Western creations. People line up to taste these hamburgers at the only restaurant serving them in the entire country. Dark 5 is bringing you a new dark look at the world. This time, it's all on tape. Dark Footage is our latest project to bring you the strangest and most mysterious, unexplainable, and unbelievable moments caught on video. Click the new logo to subscribe and watch our first episode, the only video of a B-2 stealth bomber crash ever recorded.